Welcome back. You're still tuned into Trading Hour. M&M's numbers are flashing on your screen. The margin has come bang in line with what the street was expecting. It is a 12% margin that M&M has clocked in. I'm waiting for some more numbers from M&M, but the revenue growth that we were expecting, okay, the profit figures on your screen, 2,300 crores on the profit, that's what we have. So this is well above the estimates of around 1,970 crores. So that one is looking quite, sorry, this is on a year-on-year basis. So this one has also done quite well. The stock is also moving up right now, by the way. It was at the low point of the day ahead of its results, but it has moved up right now. So that is doing quite well. So, I mean, for M&M, I think the big recovery was supposed to be aided because of the kind of demand that you have seen for SUVs. So I'm waiting for some more numbers. The revenue growth has also come in. It's at around 20,800 crores. This is versus the poll of 19,800 crores. So that one is also above street estimates. EBITDA at 2,500 crores versus estimates of so it looks like pretty much around the board beat. The margin is absolutely in line with what the street was expecting. So we're trying to get you some more finer details as well. We'll also have some reactions coming in. But for now, it looks like the street is also liking these numbers. Remember, for M&M, the volumes were up around 43% if you look at it on a year-on-year basis. So that, you know, because we have been talking about the kind of SUV volumes. So it was expected to be quite a strong quarter for M&M anyway. Once again, to run you through all of the figures, we do have the margin, which is coming at 12%. That is up on your screen. And the revenue, profit, EBITDA, all of those well above street estimates as well. We have Prakash Diwan. All right, we have Prakash Diwan also joining us right now to, take us through how he's looking at it. Prakash, I don't know if you've had a chance to look at the numbers right now. Net profit at around 2,400 crores. So there's quite a beat on that front. The margin, like I was just mentioning, is absolutely in line with what was expected at around 12%. EBITDA at 2,500 crores. Again, significantly above what the street was expecting. All in all, looks quite good, right?
Oh, absolutely. But we'll have to understand and wait for the fine print to figure out what's led to this beat. Because, it's very fascinating that this is one company that has kind of made a comeback which is so strong. It's not something which has been diminished over a couple of quarters. In fact, it keeps on growing from strength to strength, especially on the PV portfolio. We all understand that the farm equipment segment is a bit weak, but the PV segment is really made up for all those weaknesses elsewhere, and that's great to know because I think the next big trigger could be the electric vehicle scale up. So I'm quite impressed by the numbers. But we'll have to see what's led to it. As I said before, we kind of give it a stamp of continuity of sorts.
I mean, there was definitely a price hike, right? So I guess that is showing through in the margin improvement as well. And what is also important for us to track now will be what the management is saying on the demand for tractors during the festive season. So I guess we'll stand and sort of wait by for that. But Piyush Parag is also joining us. He's Deputy Vice President of Fundamental Research at Sharekhan. Piyush, thanks for joining us. If you had a chance to look at the initial numbers coming through for M&M, it looks quite good. Revenue is up over 55%, so that one is looking good. Margin has improved, like I said, on account of the price hikes to 12%. First thoughts on the numbers?
Thank you. Actually, we are anticipating.
Piyush, I think we're having some trouble with your line, unfortunately. So I am going to try to connect with you again. The team is just working on that. Prakash, if I can come back to, like I was telling you, there is, we were talking about the margin improvement owing to price hikes and also the festive demand that we are likely to see in the tractor space. Do you have any kind of estimates of what you were expecting just from the tractor demand?
No, honestly, don't have specific numbers because, all of us have been looking at other indicators as far as some sort of a demand build-up this thing is concerned. But there's nothing which is very specifically telling you how much would the quantum be. There has been a little bit of a late harvest issue because of which the extended monsoon would probably delay things. But that's kind of part of the agri cycle. So we all anticipate and factor that in. What's going to be interesting is if their higher end HP models are the ones that actually see traction. If that happens, it's typically like an equivalent of, the C and the D segment and passenger cars getting sold rather than the A and B. So, what it does is it improves your margin profile and realization level. So I think that's something which will be very interesting if that happens once we hear the management, because that exactly is something where they would take away some sort of market share from the likes of Kubota, Scotch Kubota and all. So that's the more promising part within the quality of earnings rather than just the quantity of earnings.
Oh, absolutely. We'll wait by and listen to what the management has to say. Piyush, I'm going to try once again. Hopefully, the audio is better. But your first thoughts on M&M's earnings?
Yeah, hi. Sorry, so basically the numbers have come out good. And what is to be like the factors which I feel is typically the price hikes that they have taken, and also the, all the models that they sold in this festive seasons, the discounts were very low. So they were absolutely very, very less discounts. So I think these are two factors which has really led to the automotive, margins that we are seeing right now. So this is what, and probably we have to look forward about, how these tractors demands will shape up, and especially the rightly said by some time back that Kubota is coming up with big midterm plans, and then likely they are going to announce in like an 18th of November. So probably how M&M is going to take this up, this because then it would be a significant upside down and market share fights which might happen. So that is part that I'm looking forward for from the management. And automotive, of course, the electric is the next next phase, that how they are able to ramp up, how's the demand, how's the initial response. So these are the things that is what I look forward for the management conference call. Yeah.
All right, Piyush as well as Prakash, thanks a lot for joining us and taking us through M&M's numbers. For now, it looks like quite a good set of earnings, revenue, profit, both above estimates. There has been a beat on the EBITDA front as well, and margins have held steady at around 12%, and this is on account of the price hikes that the company did take. But with that, we're going to get into a short break now. On the other side, like we promised you, Inox Green Energy IPO has opened today. Devansh Jain, who's Executive Director at